What is going on, everybody, and welcome to what I think is episode number 4 of our Your Personal Squad Builder series. And today I start this episode off with a question to you. On Friday, I think it was, I released a 60-second squad builder video that went down really well with everyone, which I was really pleased to see. I've obviously got this series going at the same time at the moment, but I just wondered if I was to carry on with one and not the other, which one you would like to see, because I currently think that the Your Personal Squad Builder and a 60-second squad builder, basically I'm doing the same kind of teams but in two different formats. Now, would you like to see them both carry on side by side, so there's like a longer version and a shorter version, or if I was to just do the one, because they are two very similar series, I understand it, then which would you like it to be? I'm going to put in the comments down below a straw poll in the description section, so I want you to vote either 60-second squad builder, Your Personal Squad Builder, or both. Obviously the Your Personal one's a bit more detailed, the 60-second one's a shorter video, so it's more bite-sized and easier for you to watch in a short space of time. But if you want to see both, I can always do both. I could do the same team in both videos, like a light down version, a short version, and then an in detail version. So let me know what you want to see as far as that is concerned. But for Your Personal Squad Builder today, this team was requested by a subscriber called the Papier Curve. I'm hoping I pronounced that right, sorry if I didn't. And he wanted to see a 40k Ligue 1 side. And 40k, it's a bit of a strange budget really, because you end up, there's players in there like there's Thiago Silva as an example. I've got an Inform in there, people like, I can't think of another example off the top of my head now, but people like Thiago Silva cost 20k-ish. And Inform Home costs 20k, so you've really got to hand pick your expensive players in this kind of team. But this is what I went for in the end. You'll see it on the screen now. We have got the French League team, of course. We've gone with a 4-3-2-1 in this lineup. We'll go through the team slowly one by one. In goal, we have got Salvatore Sirigu, one of the really strong keepers on the game. No denying it, up there in sort of top 6-7 goalkeepers on the game in my opinion. 2,500 coins are bought in for. Really solid goalkeeper. In defence, we've got a bit of a mixture actually. We've got a Silva in there, which is a bit unusual. We'll come to him last. Right back, we've got Aurier, who in my opinion is the stronger out of the two of him and Van der Wiel, who are two very similar sort of players at right back. He cost me 1,300, but obviously Van der Wiel is someone that you could have there instead. Going into the centre backs, we've got David Luiz, who's OP as hell, as you all know, 3,500 coins, 6'2". He has got the high medium work rates, which are a bit of a pain in the arse. And if you did want to get someone instead, then I would highly recommend Thiago Silva, but because I went for the Inform at the top end of the pitch, I didn't have enough for both. But Thiago Silva is absolutely outstanding and much better than David Luiz in my opinion. But David Luiz is still a very strong centre-back. We partnered him with someone that always becomes very good on career mode, and he's very solid at this point in time on the game. 1989 he was born. I'm not sure off the top of my head how old that makes him. Is it 25, 26-ish? He looks really good, and he played well for me in the few games that I played. He's 72 pace, he's very strong. I've said before that people with low 70s pace at centre back always seem to do well with me. But partner that with 80 defending, which is solid, and then 86 physical, which is just absolutely outstanding, especially considering he's 6'2". Strange work rates again, high, but because he's got the high defensive, it doesn't seem too bad to me. He always seems to be there or abouts at the defence, and he seemed very good from corners as well. 3-star weight foot, 2-star skill moves as well, and for less than 1k, 950 coins I bought him for. Moving on to the left back spot, we have got our Silva, Mbenge, I'm going to say it's pronounced, well I've probably completely butchered that, Sheikh Mbenge, 6 foot, medium work rates, left footed, 3-star weight foot, 2-star skill moves, got him for less than a k again, 950 coins, and he has just got fantastic stats for a left back, so good all round, especially for a Silva, because he's a 74 overall obviously. Then you look at, he's got 77 pace, which is solid for left back, 74 defending, which is solid, 76 physical, which is solid. His passing is not the best at 67, but when you've got those three key stats at left back, your pace, defending and physical are all in the sort of high 70s. That's a good card for me, and he played really well. He didn't let me down at all, to be honest, even though he was a Silva. He fitted in very well with this team, and he didn't make any mistakes, anything like that. And like I say, when a Silva player is fitting in with a gold team, that is always a good sign for me. 3 midfielders, as you well know by now from many of my squad builders in the past, I love to have a hard-working midfield in this kind of formation, and that's exactly what we've got again. Blaise Matuidi, fantastic player on this game. 2,700 coins, but I got him for 1 goal he got in those games as well in the 5 games. 5'9", high work rates, he's getting forward, he's getting back, box to box, absolutely superb, and he's got all-round stats to complement it as well. 78 pace, 76 dribbling, 67 shooting is not the best, 76 passing, 84 defending, and 82 physical. He really is like a powerhouse in the middle of the park. 3-star weight foot and 2-star skill moves. 2-star skill moves a bit of a downside, but still, he's a powerhouse of a midfielder, and that's exactly what he's there to do. Next we've got Jair Moutinho, who I'm sure a couple of years ago had high work rates as well, but medium can still do the job. He's got a fantastic free kick on him, which is the one goal that he scored. It says he played 4, but he did play 5. As we all know, the the records and everything are all over the shop on FIFA at the minute for some reason. But 1,700 coins I picked him up for. Really, really good player. Really like him on this game and in previous FIFAs I have done as well. All-round card again. 83 overall, is it? Yeah, 83 overall, 74 pace, 71 defending, 72 physical, partnered with 82 dribbling, 75 shooting, and 83 passing. He's almost like a slightly more attacking version of Blaise Matuidi, but they do complement each other well. They both get forward and back enough for me, and they're good. And I partnered in there for the third centre mid, someone that I wanted to be a bit more defensive, and it was another silver going by the name of Gelson Fernandes. Now, he used to play for Man City a few years ago, so I know a little bit about the bloke, and I know what his strengths are roughly off the top of my head. And again, similar to the left back, he didn't look out to place at all in this gold team. He's got 73 pace, 58 shooting, which is not the best, but as you'll see from his work rates, medium high, he's there to defend. He's then got 65 passing, 68 dribbling, 74 defending, and 78 physical. He's just literally a ball-winning midfielder, and he's very good at what he does. He's not the smallest either, 6 foot, medium high, like I've already mentioned. Getting for 750 coins, which is an absolute steal, and a 3-star weak foot and a 2-star skill moves makes this card very, very nice. Like I say, similar to the left back, didn't look out to place whatsoever. Moving on to the left-hand side, at the top we have got Ezekiel Lavezzi. I think he's pretty much the only option. Now, you could go for a Carrasco, the one that plays on Monaco, I think it is. He looks okay, but he hasn't got the 4-star skill moves, which is something that Lavezzi has definitely got. High medium work rates, 5'8", 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 2,500 coins. Really solid player. Again, I've said it before, the records are completely screwed up. 28 games, 3 goals, 3 assists, it said he's got, but they only played the 5 with him. I don't think he scored. He might have scored 1, I can't fully remember, but he's got a really solid card either way, and he played well for me. 87 pace, 85 dribbling, 76 shooting, 75 passing, and then partner that with 73 physical as well, which is fantastic. We don't really care about his defending, but for someone that's got 87 pace to have that good physical as well, it's always a recipe for goodness, really. He's similar to Balassi, but a sort of a slower version, and I really, really like this card. Like I say, he's 5'8", so he's got a bit of weight to him as well. I know that sounds a bit daft, but because of his physical, he can handle the defence sometimes. Very often he can sort of outmuscle the left backs and right backs, who tend to be usually sort of people like Dani Alves, that kind of player when they're a bit weak, Jordi Alba, so he's very good at that side of the game. On the right hand side, I did go for, on a recommendation of a friend of mine, the Roman Hamuma. I was originally going to go for Lucas, who's sort of like 4k cheaper, and he's very, very solid in the game. So if you didn't want to use Hamuma, then Lucas is always a viable option. He's fantastic, but he really likes this card, my friend does. And I could see why, because it was fantastic. It says he's played 85, 35, 38, 37, sorry. Again, that isn't correct, but in the 5 games, he did score 5 goals, and he got a couple of assists as well. He's got 85 pace, 82 dribbling, 77 shooting, 80 passing, 66 physical, 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. And it's a shame he hasn't got 4-star skill moves, because his dribbling is fantastic, his shooting is decent as well. In my opinion, I would still go for Lucas if I was pushing to a corner and forced to choose. But Hamuma is still a very fun card, and I always think it's nice in these kind of teams if you can throw an inform in there, and that's exactly what we've done here. 13,500, so even if you didn't like him, you could easily sort of sell. I'm sure he sells for more than that now, surely. 13,500 seemed like a steal at the time, and let's have a look. 21, I mean, look at that. I got him for 13k. You could easily pick him up for around that amount of money if you were patient enough. And now his cheapest buy now is 21k, and there's hardly any on the market either, bizarrely enough, so I'll be selling him after I've done this video for sure. Up front, we've then got Alexandre Lacazette. There's nothing I need to say about this bloke. 5 games, 5 goals, 3 assists. Absolute fucking monster. He's bound to have a team of the year card, team of the season card, sorry, I should say, that he's going to be absolutely outstanding. He's just so OP. We did him in the OP alphabet, you guys know all about him now. High medium work rates, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, and then with the 88 pace, 88 pace, that's right, 85 dribbling, 83 shooting, 72 passing, and 75 physical. This guy is just an absolute monster. Nothing else needs to be said. He's just such a player. We'll go into the team instructions now. In the midfield, I just had the basic standard ones that I like in this formation. Get these 2 to stick the position and stay back while attacking. These 3, I should say, sorry. So basically, you're looking at, again, I think I've expanded it like this in a previous video where I've had this kind of formation. You're looking for this, basically, these 7 or 8 players here. You can perhaps have 1 attacking player in there if you want to, but you want these to be your back line, winning the ball, and then just getting it forward as quickly as possible to your front 3, and that's exactly what they're there to do, and they do it very well. You can see with these, I've got them on getting behind, other than your man on the right, Hamuma, because I always say, if you've got 3 up front and you've got them all 3 getting in behind, there's going to be no one to come short. Hamuma was the man I wanted to come short, and it worked really, really well. I usually put them onto defensive pressing to cut the passing lines, cut the passing lanes even, I'm not quite sure why I didn't do that, but it still seemed to work very well. In the 5 games I played, I think I won 4 out of them. I only lost the first one where I was sort of getting used to the team. But it's a really, really solid team. And for 40k, like I say, if you wanted to change anything, you could get Lucas in there, and then you'd be able to have the money to then go and get Thiago Silva as well, I believe. So that's something you could perhaps look to do. I took a few players on the bench as well. If you didn't have 40k, that you could chuck in that are decent as well. Marquinhos is a good player. Ben Yedder, as you might know from my Leicester career mode, very strong striker. We've got Maxwell, who's a solid left back, if you didn't want to have the Silva in there. And then we've also got Kebrat, who is sort of, he looks, I've never used him, but his stats look promising. 74 pace at centre-back is phenomenal, then 78 defending, 79 physical. He's not a shiny, which is always a bit of a shame. It's 6'1" as well, it looks like he could go in there potentially. And Dribble Cisse, who actually came off the bench in one of the games, I tricked him on just to see how he was, and he got an assist and he only came on for 10 minutes and he looked really, really decent, but still, he's never going to be as good as Lacazette. But if you wanted someone different and interesting, he's perhaps something you could chuck in there. That's going to bring to the end the team setup side of the video, if you like. What'll happen is now we'll do a little cut, we'll go into all the goals and everything that we scored, and I'll just do a little bit of talking over them, so I'll speak to you in a second. So here we are with all the highlights of the team then, lads. I'm just going to show you mainly the goals in this team. In this first game now, as you can see, we are 2-0 down, and this goal starts the comeback, because we actually go on to draw this game 3-3 and win it on penalties. Hamoum with the first goal, and as I always say in these kind of teams, it's all about how quickly you can turn defence into attack. But what a ball this is. Look at this for a ball from Gelson Fernandes. Absolutely superb from the Silva. Puts Lacazette in, and he does not miss from there. And you can see this is a 90th minute equaliser. Fantastic free kick from Jose Moutinho to rescue it at the death. And like I said, we went on to win that one on penalties. Now, the main thing with this team is the front three. They are absolutely fantastic. In particular, Hamoum for me was fantastic, and Lacazette, of course, is always just an absolute monster. And you'll see from most of the goals, it's either one of those two that's scoring them. And you can see this one's from the kick-off. Lavezzi showing some of his strength in a second, as you'll see. He plays it forward to Dribble Cisse. This is the it's Cisse, sorry, that shows the strength. I said he got a good assist when he came on towards the end, and this was it. Look at this mazy run. Ends up playing in Hamoum in a second at the top. He finishes it in a very unorthodox way, like slides at the ball, as you can just see there, and it flies in past the keeper at the near post. So a very strange finish, but it did the job. You can see here again, this is a longer one, this one. As you can see, David Luiz winning the ball at the back, and again, how quickly we are turning defence into attack, just sprinting forward to Lavezzi. It opens up in a second for the big ball through on goal, and it's just an easy finish when we cut it back. You can see here, he's been run by Boateng, but that doesn't matter. Lacazette gets it all the way across, lays it off to Matuidi, and he arrives just in time on the scene, and that's why I say he's a fantastic box-to-box midfielder. He can defend, he can attack. This one is very simple. Lacazette just side foot finish, he doesn't tend to miss those very often. And the team on the whole just performed well. I'd definitely say it's more of a counter-attacking team. It's like I said, it's all about the front three again. Lacazette played in, and he's just never missing those. He's so good. And for 40k, like I say, if I was going to change anything in this team, I would perhaps put Lucas in instead of Hamoum, because I think he's a bit more stronger, he's a bit more OP. And then I'd perhaps put Thiago Silva in at the back if you could afford the money to get him in there as well, instead of perhaps Abdenor. Even though he was strong, Thiago Silva's just absolutely phenomenal, and definitely the best centre-back in Liga 1 right now. But that is going to bring us to the end of episode 4 of your personal squad builder. Like I say, let me know if you want to see more of these, more of the 60-second squad builders, or both sort of next to each other, where I do a short version and a long version of a team. Let me know what you want to see. It would also be absolutely fantastic if you would smash the like button on this video, and also make sure, if you're not already, to subscribe. We are just 3 subscribers off 150 as I speak, I believe. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you click that beautiful red button down below, and I will speak to you all in the Team of the Week review tomorrow. Maybe it'll be Team of the Season. I very much doubt it with the delay that was announced, but you never know. I'll speak to you all then. Nidge out. Lay it off to the edge, back into the box. Oh my god, what is that?
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?